Good evening, gentlemen. We are going to talk about a very fun and interesting topic that has been on my mind recently. We are going to talk about why corporate America is the biggest scam for most men nowadays, and why financial freedom through entrepreneurship and the trades is the only route for men to succeed in the modern day. So let's talk about corporate America for a minute. Corporate America, most companies today, guys, I don't know what it is. I think it's because they want to recruit to a wide demographic of people, but I don't know. Maybe there's something behind it that's not that. But most companies have diversity and inclusion, and they want to invest in women leaders, right? And nothing against any of those people, right? Now, I don't have anything against women. I'm not here to discriminate against blacks or Latinos or people who like the same gender, right? If you're a minority or you're of a different demographic of people, right, other than a white straight male, they want you, right? And like I said, I don't know why. I don't. But I think it's obviously because they just want to, they want to market to a wide range of people, and maybe it's political and maybe it's not, right? I'm not here to talk about that too much. But what I will say is, because like I said, I want to focus on the solution, right? If you're a man and you had a goal maybe one day to be a corporate executive, or you wanted to get up into the corporate ladder, right? If that was maybe a goal you had, and you've been working hard for 5 to 10 years, right? And you're not seeing much progress. You've talked to your supervisors, you've talked about your interests in growing within the company, and they just don't want to promote you, right? Or maybe they do, but they've chosen people before you based off of their race, their color, their ethnic background, their religion, their creed, whatever, right? That is not, based on merit, right? So that person, just because maybe they're a woman, or maybe they're Latino, or maybe they're black, then they got the promotion because that's part of their diversity and inclusion agenda, right? So understanding that, right? Understanding that might be a reason why you might not get the promotion, or why you are working so hard and you're not getting noticed, is because that they want to, if they have another option, right? So let's say you're a man, right? You're a white guy, for example. You could be the best. You could show up early. You could do all the hard work. You could do all the, you could please your boss, right? Do all the right things. Stay late. You might have the best sales. You're upselling all your items and everything. And I'm not talking about me, by the way, guys, but I'm just talking about for men in general, right? You could be doing all these things, the right things, right? This is what the company wants, right? And it's funny because most companies say that it's, hey, no, like, we have performance-based growth opportunities, right? So think about it, right? If you're a man, right, you're outperforming, and a woman gets the promotion over you just because she's a woman, right? Even though you're better than her, right? Or if, let's say, someone who likes the same gender gets the promotion over you, you could be better than them, but because of that diversity and inclusion, they promote them. That's bullshit. That's freaking bullshit, right? That's not helping the company grow from an economic perspective, right? That's not being truthful to your performance-based growth opportunities and promotions, right? So that's a misleading job description. And you guys have to realize that if this is you, if you witness this, if this is happening to you, and you see other people are getting promoted, that maybe they are a white man, but hey, maybe they're just not better than you, or maybe they are of color, or maybe they are a woman, or whatever. If they're getting it over you, just know it's not you. You're not doing something wrong. Because I think, a lot of guys might have the idea that, what am I doing wrong? Am I not doing enough? And sometimes it's not even that. You could be doing all the right things. You could be on point with every process that the company wants you to execute, and you still might not get that promotion, right? So guys, what is the solution here? Because we can sit here and complain about it and wonder why, and talk to our supervisors and constantly, like berate them or get mad. But I have an alternate solution. Men need to go in two routes. I truly believe this. I truly believe if men went the entrepreneurship route or we went through the trades, I think we would have a much better society, right? Because think about it, right? As an entrepreneur, you're your own boss. So when we talk about performance, when we talk about growth from an economic perspective, from an income-based perspective, being an entrepreneur, for the most part, you're in control of that. You're in control of how hard you work. You're in control of the skill that you're able to develop and bring forth to your market, right? So if that's the case, then it makes sense for men who are interested in growing from a performance-based perspective to delve into entrepreneurship. And in trades, right, it's the same thing. Because to be in AC or to be an electrician or a plumber or a mechanic, right, to be one of these things, it requires skill, it requires study, it requires trial and error, and it requires you to be a hard worker, right? It requires, you know, these jobs aren't hard. You know, sometimes you got to work in the heat, you got to jump up on ladders and you know, go up into the ceilings and shit and fix shit. And then if you're in plumbing, you gotta deal with poop and everything. So these jobs are very difficult, and they can be thankless, and they can be you know, like I said, not very fun at times, but at least you're working on, at least you're pretty much working by yourself or with other group of guys, as opposed to having to sit there and deal with this garbage in the corporate world, right? So with that understanding, it bears for us as men to go in one of these two routes, right? Because like I said, man, I don't know about you, but you can go the corporate executive route, or you can go into the corporate America world, right? But just understand, right? If you're not getting promoted based off of performance, you either might have to have an education or a degree to back you, or you have to have some special connection with someone who, you know, you get lucky that they like you and they speak up for you and give you a good word. But if you don't have anybody speaking up for you, or you don't have a college education, just understand it, the odds are stacked against you. I'm not saying it's impossible to move up and get the position, but just understand, if you're a man, it's gonna be very difficult, right? And you know, some people are good at brown nosing and kissing ass and lying and trying to make others look bad to get their position. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'll never need a job that much to sit there and sell myself out and lie and brown nose and put my self-worth down and act like I like someone just to get a fucking position. That's pussy shit. That's weak. That's soft. And that lets me know, if you're someone who does that, you don't have other options and you need that job, right? So like I said, I'm not here to discriminate against anybody, but like I said, I'm talking to men here, really. If you're a man in the corporate world and you find it that you're not getting picked, right, for performance-based promotions or performance-based growth opportunities, you got to take a step back and reevaluate what you're doing to begin with and see if it's really worth it. Because like I said, you can waste a lot of time in these jobs, right? You can waste a lot of time hoping, wishing, waiting for the next opportunity. And in the meantime, you know, all that time you spent wishing or waiting or kissing ass or, you know, trying to please the OS or the boss or whoever is your supervisor, that time could have been spent, you know, working on an entrepreneurial endeavor, or it could have been worked on acquiring a skill to be a tradesman, right? Or the military. Forgot about the military too. But just understand that, you know, that might be why you're not getting favored in that process. So guys, it's important that we understand this, because like I said, as men, we need to be providers, right? I always talk about why men need to make the money and be the providers and do everything in that regard. So if we're not going to be favored in the corporate world, if we're not going to be, you know, chosen for leadership roles, right, and have other people be selected because of their skin color, because of which gender they profess to intermingle with, then that's a problem, and that's not going to get us to be successful. But here's the thing, one other closing remark too. nothing will get done if we don't go our own way. So we can sit here and complain about it or try to change it, or you can go your own way and do your own thing, right? And because like I said, guys, we need more men leaders, right? But it's about how we do it. From an entrepreneurial perspective, it's great. You see a lot of guys doing it right now. And, you know, if not, I mean, you have the military and you have a lot of trade. There's plenty of trades that are out there that need, like, the demand for trades is at an all-time high right now. It's funny because, you know, I work in this kind of like corporate environment right now, and, you know, there's things that go down in our store, in my location that I work at, right? And like, for example, like this, you know, the kitchen that we have in our location that we cook pizza with, the prep table that we put all like the pepperoni in and the cheese and whatever and the pizza sauce. It's been 4 weeks since we've placed a service order in for it, a service ticket, and they have not sent one person. And I don't know, like I said, it could be because of another reason, but a lot of things take a lot of time because there's just not a lot of guys out there that are willing to do these types of jobs. And like I said, I really don't want to do, you know, I mean, if I could, you know, I might be good at a trade if I tried, but I don't really want to do them, to be honest with you. Maybe I will someday, we'll see. I mean, I never want to say anything set in stone, but the demand for men leaders and entrepreneurial endeavors and trades is at an all-time high. And I think we're wasting a lot of our time in these corporate environments. So, you know, if you're in one of these environments right now and you're grinding, you're trying to make your money, trying to save some money, it's okay, you can stick around for a bit, but just understand your future is probably not going to lie in that job or in that company. And it's important to understand that. I think more guys need to understand that our future doesn't lie in in corporations that value, like I said, those diversity and inclusion and you know, and investing in women leaders and all this garbage that they stand by and they have as their quota, right? So we have to go our own way. We have to do our own thing, and we can't be kiss asses. We can't be soy boys. We can't be weak. We can't be out here hoping for a promotion or hoping that the boss or the OS will like us, or hoping that they'll say yes to us when we ask them for a promotion or ask them for a raise, right? We have to go our own way. We have to carve our own path to success. And like I said, I think trades and entrepreneurship is the best way to make a lot of money and also pursue financial freedom at the same time. Because like I said, the odds are in your favor at that point. When you're an entrepreneur, the sky's the limit. When you're doing a trade, the sky's the limit too. You can work like 16-hour days if you want. I know a lot of guys are right now. I have some buddies of mine that are into HVAC and plumbing and they do mechanic work. Dude, they're working like 14-hour days. They make a killing. They make like $1,500-1,600 a week, right? So that's good money. Some of them make up to like $2,000 a week. So the money's there and the demand is there, but it's up to us if we want to do the work or not. And most guys are lazy, so they probably won't do the work. But I'm here. I'm speaking to the guys that are ambitious and want to go after it. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.